Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I am going to solve corporate accounting question paper problem of BCom 3rd Sem. Let's solve the problem. M company issued 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. The whole issue was underwritten by A, B, C and D as follows. A underwritten 40,000 shares, B underwritten 30,000 shares, C underwritten 10,000 shares and D underwritten 20,000 shares. The company received applications for 90,000. Total applications in this problem they given 90,000 shares. And marked applications also they given A 44,000 shares, B 22,000, C 2,000, D 18,000 shares. Determine the net liability of each underwriters. So we have to identify the net liability of each underwriter. So before doing the problem, first we have to identify whether it is complete underwriting, partial underwriting or firm underwriting. So which type of underwriting that we have to identify. By seeing this problem, we can easily say that it is complete underwriting. How can I say that? So 1 lakh shares they issued to the public. In that A, B, C, D underwritten. So A underwritten 40,000, B 30,000 shares, C 10,000 shares, D 20,000 shares. Issued 1 lakh shares and underwritten also 1 lakh shares. So it is complete underwriting. Okay, first we'll write the given information. Later we'll solve the problem. Information given. So what information they given? Issued shares, issued shares 1 lakh, underwritten shares, A 40,000 shares, B 30,000 shares, C 10,000 shares, D 20,000 shares. Marked applications. Marked applications A 44,000 applications, B 22,000 applications, C 2,000 applications, D 18,000 applications. And also the given total applications received in the problem. Total applications received 90,000. So overall, how many shares they issued to the public? They issued 1 lakh shares to the public. And how many shares the underwriters underwritten? 40,000 A, 30,000 B, 10,000 shares of C, 20,000 shares of D. And marked applications A 44,000, C 2,000 applications, B 22,000 applications, D 18,000 applications. And they given total applications received from the public 90,000. So this information they given in the problem itself. So what we have to identify? We have to identify net liability of each underwriter. So statement showing net liability of underwriters. Particulars. How many underwriters are there? 4 underwriters. Underwriter A, B, C, D, total column. Consider first one, gross liability. So how many shares A taken responsibility? 40,000 shares A taken responsibility. B 30,000 shares. C 10,000 shares. D 20,000 shares. Total issued 1 lakh shares to the public. Less unmarked applications. So unmarked applications we have to identify. For that we have formula. Unmarked applications is equal to total applications minus marked applications. Total applications they given in the problem 90,000. Marked applications total 86,000. 86,000. So 4,000 is your unmarked applications. So this unmarked application we should distribute to A, B, C, D in the form of ratio. In this problem they didn't given any ratio. So based on your gross liability we have to identify the ratio and we should distribute to underwriters. So identify the ratio. So ratio is equal to A 40,000, B 30,000, C 10,000, D 20,000. 40 cancel. 4:3:1:2 is the ratio. Based on this ratio, the unmarked application we should distribute to A, B, C, D. So A is equal to 4,000 into 4 by 10, 1,600. The same way B is equal to 4,000 into 3 by 10, 1,200. C is equal to 4,000 into 1 by 10, get 400. D is equal to 4,000 into 2 by 10, 800. So this amount we should distribute to A, B, C, D. So less unmarked application. So unmarked applications is 4,000. So how much for A? 1,600, 1,200, 400, 800. Take the balance. If you take the balance 96,000, 19,200, 9,600, 28,800, 38,400. This will be your balance. Less marked applications, they only given in the problem 44,000 for A, 22,000 for B, 2,000 for C, 18,000 for D. Total marked applications 86. 6,000. Again take the balance. If you take the balance 10,000, 1,200, 7,600, 6,800, and A column, if you observe, minus 5,600. So if you observe, underwriter A is having shares of 38,400, but he received applications for 44,000. So 5,600 surplus applications he received. This 5,600 we should distribute B, C, D in the form of ratio. So less surplus of A distributed to B, C, D in the form of ratio 3:1:2. Based on this ratio we should distribute. So how will distribute? Surplus of A distributed to B, C, D in the form of ratio 3:1:2. So B is equal to, so how much surplus? 5,600 into the ratio is, so what is the ratio? 3/6 for B. C is equal to 5,600 into 1/6, and D is equal to 5,600 into 2/6. For B you'll get 2,800, for C 933, and for D 1,867. So in this way we have to distribute. So now we should record here surplus of A distributed to B, C, D form of ratio. Here plus we have distributed, so plus 5,600, B column 2,800, 933, 1,867. Take the balance. If you take the balance here, A column nil, and B column you will get 4,000, C column you will get 6,667. Again if you observe, D, underwriter D got surplus, so he is having shares of 1,200, but he received applications for 1,867. Again here D got surplus, so minus 667 is surplus. So less surplus of D distributed to B and C in the ratio of 3:1. 3:1 ratio. According to that ratio we should distribute 667 to B and C. So here only I do B is equal to 667 into 3/4, and C is equal to 667 into 1/4. So B will get 500, C 167. Here plus 667. So take the balance. A column nil. Here 3500. Underwriter C will get 6500. Underwriter D nil 10,000. This will be net liability of each underwriter. So underwriter A got a nil, there is no net liability. Underwriter B 3500. Underwriter C 6500. Underwriter D nil. So total net liability 10,000.